Greetings, goblins. Hello and welcome. Slightly late. Zarfen's trying to get his OBS to work. That's exactly right. Or actually, it wasn't a OBS error. Or it was an OBS error, but it was a user error. I didn't click my go live button correctly. Hello. Morning, good day, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. Hello everyone. Good to see you all here. So, I'm standing in the fire as a metaphor for being absolutely cooked. We are in trouble, right? Nothing is gonna get us to give up or anything. But we're in an ever so slight pickle, I would say. Last stream. So basically, how are we gonna defeat Diablo with a rule set like this? If you were here last time, I haven't touched this character in 1 week after last stream. And if you were here last stream, you might remember the 45-minute Mephisto fight. Taking him down slowly with Witchweld String. And then we lost Witchweld String. So things are looking tough. But I've been thinking, and really, we are so close. We are in Act 4 of Hell, which I can't show you, by the way, because I can't open my minimap, but we are in Hell. You can look at my resistances, I guess, -100. So we are in Hell, and we only have 2 acts left. So, I mean, if we haven't already, we should just abandon every notion that we should become a strong, all-around character. We need to defeat Diablo, we need to defeat the Ancients, and we need to defeat Baal. So, just like we did with Mephisto, we should just try and cheese them any way we can. Oh, hey Jim. Yeah, I stream on Twitch and on YouTube. Indeed. Hope you're good, man. We are on player 6, that is correct. Just make sure that we are. Yeah, so yeah, exactly. So now we only need to defeat, but we need to defeat Diablo and the Seal Guardians, I guess. And while I don't have the bow anymore to cheese Diablo like we did with Mephisto, I guess we should just try, somehow get fire resistance up to the cap. Maybe if we can make it happen, make it so that, oh, here it is. Maybe it would be nice to be able to wear Wisdom's Guard, because Diablo does attack, does have a melee punch as well. I'm not as worried about Diablo's lightning, because that can't hit me anyway, right? If I stand close enough. So we'll keep String of Ears for the physical damage reduction. And then, if I can make it happen, I want to wear this as well. And then try to max the fire resistance. And then, just hope that I can somehow wear him down. Get a weapon with sockets and slap perfect emeralds in there. I think Malice is gonna be better though. Right? Than Poison. Do we need to be on player 6? Yes, we do. And that's a big reason why it's a little bit tough. I'm just gonna have to double check the rules because I haven't played in a week. No skill tree, no cube, no trade, no rares. No second skill tree, minimap, fire damage. Oh, I need to remember no fire damage and no lightning damage. I need to remember those. And then we dropped items. Those were one-time
I
things.
can already tell that I'll be your best friend
Player
in this
6.
forsaken camp.
And of course, no health potions. And oh, thank you so much to Royer Payne. Thank you for gifting 5 YouTube memberships. Thank you, I appreciate it. A blessing of good luck, hopefully. Thank you. Alright, so last time, several people, I think mostly Kumadrin, told me to go and farm in Lower Kurast, and that makes sense. So I'm going to farm Lower Kurast. Things I'm hoping for is an rune to be able to make GRS. We do have rail runes to make, you know, the rune word rail in a shield or in a breastplate. We could also make, is it Shale IO Rail, the fire helm? Or maybe there isn't a fire helm? Is the only fire helm flickering flame? I need to look it up. Diablo. Rune words.
Good day to you, partner.
Helm rune words. Oh, Temper. Shale IO Rail. That looks pretty good. Thank you, Akos, for becoming a member as well. Oh, I'm not showing you my screen. Alright. Shale IO Rail basically creates the fire version of Hearth. So I guess that's what we're gonna do. Bleed damage in Diablo 2 is really not that much damage. It lasts longer than poison for stopping regen, not for doing damage. I don't really agree. On level 75, it is several hundreds of physical damage. And monsters in general have lower physical resistance. For example, if we look at Tal, that is 75 over 5 seconds. I'm not gonna bring out the calculator because it's so annoying to calculate bleed damage. Alright, we can keep chatting about it, but let's start fighting. Oh, also, no, sorry, one more important thing. I finally caved. I finally caved in and cleared out a third stash space. Because I figure we need a lot of redubes. And right now we don't have a single redube and only 4 mana potions. So I finally caved and cleared out a third stash tab that we can use for this character. Alright, let's go. And of course, I don't remember what the map looks like, and I can't check. We'll see. TP scroll redubes. Oh yeah, true. We do have, well, not on us, but we do have two tomes of Town Portal as well. Might actually have to go to Act 1 to. Alright, now it looks fine. To grab some potions before starting. Because I've already drank 1 potion. And only killed 3 enemies. So like 2 full mana bulbs for 3 enemies. I should open everything. Not be lazy about it. Ooh, Gem Shrine. That's kind of interesting. Or is it interesting, actually? And now my mercenary is stuck. Yeah, hey guys. Glad that so many of you could join. Welcome to the stream. I tried to stream Mondays and Fridays, though on Friday I was out of town, so last week there's only been one stream. This is still 700 damage, it's just that it's so expensive to spam. But I guess I have to pick my battles and like only use Warcry if I hit like 5 enemies or more. Right, 1 mana potion back. I was talking about the shrine. Then I did something else for 30 seconds and completely forgot about it. Whoops. Open stuff, it's all open, Kumarin. You need to chill out. It's a little early to bringing the all caps 14 minutes into the stream, or 10 minutes into the stream I guess, because I was late. I'm just gonna hold the fort down while I wait for Wolfgar. I guess Wolfgar is stuck. Well, this looks a little bit scary, right? Should also put up the green ward. Ooh, faceblade, hello. Not that I necessarily will be relying on actual damage from my weapon. More likely bleed than crushing blow. We could also, because I am fighting everything now. One socket. I am fighting everything because I figured I could use some experience, but actually maybe we're mostly looking for runes and don't really care about the rest. In which case I could just open stuff instead. I'll have to think about it. But I'm not actually sure if it's worth fighting. I mean, even if we get a level or two, is that really gonna make that big of a difference? And also, when I'm fighting at like 100 HP, it's also hard to keep up with the chat, right? All right, thank you, Royer Payne. Thank you for dipping in, gifting 5 memberships, and then going about your day. I appreciate it. Enjoy dinner. Pepsi Maximus. I do have my Pepsi ready. And actually, I'm gonna walk back to the waypoint and heal. Tasty. Hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Streaming is really a skill you need to maintain, because I took a full week off and now I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. I guess maybe that's all Zarfen streams now that I think about it. Oh, here's an enemy that's escaped before. Well, I guess Wolfgar can fight that enemy. Well, the Zealots are so annoying because once you are, I think you are above their level or maybe even on the same level, they start just running away from you. What's the current inventory? You can see my current gear and inventory and even the mercs, I think. If you click the link at the top of the chat, the pinned chat message. And this annoying enemy just runs away, heals up a bit and then comes back to fight. So now I'm just gonna... The Saccharomite Zealots, I thought they were called Zealots, maybe it's different locations. So instead we're just gonna run around and open stuff. I mean, you get plenty of potions from chests and logs too. Wheel of Simplicity, because everything except everything except the basic attack gets banned. Ooh, mana potion. Alright, let me focus while I finish this lower Kurast run. Then we can reassess the situation. Oh, here's the... So unless I'm mistaken, it feels like this stupid guy. 9 HP, that was lucky. Yeah, let me finish this up before reassessing the situation. It feels to me like there is one bonfire only, and that it is sort of in the middle of the map, whereas the waypoint is down like lower right corner. So it might be worth, you know, going the entire round, opening random skeletons and stashes. And if I am correct, we should come back to the waypoint now. Alright, we do. It's a little bit harder to fight than I thought it would be, honestly. Maybe I should have expected a difficult fighting. And that makes me more inclined to not fight and just run for the chests. Yeah, we can't use charms, unfortunately. It would have been nice. There is indeed a rule that bans uniques and rune words, and if that happens, I mean, I am completely screwed. Yeah, speaking of Diablo, we did have Magnus's gloves from the... what's the set called? I think we should have another piece. The Orphan's Call. Magnus's skin. And that has attack rating, attack speed, and fire resistance, so that would have been nice for the Diablo fight. But of course, that's the one we lost when entering Act 4. Yeah, we have to find Gid's fortune. Yeah, or torch. And I guess you are technically correct. The problem is that any champion or like a unique or champion monsters are not stunned by Warcry, or they can be stunned by Warcry, but it's a lot less consistent. So I do end up taking a lot of damage. And I really do not want to use my rejuves when farming, right? We're supposed to be rejuve farming as well. So I guess I need to fight after all. But like fighting packs like this is gonna be super scary because of the well, that's extra scary because of the lightning enchant. Hellforge plate. 500 defense, 4 sockets. That could be something. That could be something. Nice roll on the defense. Is that a high one? Yeah, 516 sounds like a lot. 196 required strength though. I guess our guy Wolfgar is there already. I mean, at this point, like a Rel, Ort, Fall, Sol armor is probably better than the Heavenly Garb, right? Interesting. Look at all that inventory space. Yes, I could make stone, but isn't that like shale, pal, lam, something? And I think right now my highest rune is like a hail. Or maybe a dull. Yeah, dull rune. Hail rune. We've been doing a fair bit of farming, but I haven't really found any rune higher than IO. Like a useful rune higher than IO. I believe. I thought you had right? Maybe it's just I've been talking a lot about how good it would be. Hey Paladine, yeah, I probably should go to Act 1 for rejuves. And maybe I should do that first. But it feels like I want some kind of gear upgrade, though what am I really looking for? I barely even know. Apart from the rune though, that I keep talking about. I guess we could, well it's gonna be hard to rush the Hellforge, right? Because we have to defeat Hephasto, which is gonna be tough on player 6. Yeah, actually I'm not sure if... Are we even gonna be able to do the Hellforge? Oh, I should be very mindful about picking up those scrolls. Recreate the Thal clip. Yeah, that's true. Someone asked me why we're not making duress. We're not making duress because we need the rune. Oh, didn't work this time. Unfortunate. I mean, this is a decent weapon. It's not great, but it's also hard to make something meaningfully better, right? Like if we could find an ethereal base and make like I don't know, something that could be good, but it's gonna be tough to get an upgrade. This could be upgraded, but also the crushing blow is really nice. I mean, treachery body armor is always great. So we could do duress or treachery, or lemrune. At some point, I think I just gave up on doing war cries because they deal so little damage. But on the other hand, I mean, they still do deal damage. And now I have a lot of mana potions. And of course, if I want the rings, why am I not going to the countess? Well, first off, I'm a little bit scared to run the countess on players 6 against the goats and the ghosts. And secondly, I'm a little bit... I'm afraid we're not gonna get that many runes actually, because at player 6 she will drop less runes on average than on players 1. Nightmare Andariel, that's an interesting idea. Going back to Nightmare for some farming. Well, that was just stupid. I was so concentrated on thinking about Andariel. We cannot afford that. That was really bad. Not only did I lose all the gold I collected so far, but I am pretty poor, so I'm not actually sure if I'm even gonna be able to afford. Okay, I could afford a resurrection. Yeah. I mean, it's so... Running around with so little HP, of course, looks very stupid. And it is very stupid. But when you can't heal... Well, now I didn't even have a rejuve, but it's so hard to use a rejuve when you're limited. Oh, is Andariel terrorized right now in single player? Diablo drops is like Facebook ads, they listen to what you say. I think it works like that, but the opposite. What you talk about, you will not find. Alright, dry hills. Let's go cows. Well, actually, if we're on players 6, it's starting to make a lot of sense to go back to Nightmare. You get more drops, and in Nightmare we might actually be able to kill something. And it's not like I'm losing any great map, anyway.
I need a key.
Like, this isn't an amazing lower Kurast map by any means. And I have made no progress in Act 4 anyway. It's gonna hurt the ego a little bit though, to go back to Nightmare. Hello, Straylol. Well, hello there. Alright, you know what? Let's go back to Nightmare after this. Because actually thinking about it, gear-wise, isn't it the case that the super chests, they can only drop magic and rare items anyway, right? I can't find a good base item or a unique from the super chests, right? They are only magic or rare. I'm pretty sure that's the case. I mean, sure, we do hit the weapon racks, which can drop base items. But like realistically, what are we looking for I mean, runes can certainly drop in Nightmare. Lem runes can drop in Nightmare as well. And rejuves can drop, which is maybe what we actually need the most right now. It's kind of crazy. I think I found 2 small rejuves and not a single big one. I guess I haven't used actually might need that. We haven't used fine potions, I guess, because I don't kill anything. I'm trying to end the run, but I keep seeing more and more poppables. All right, well, here's another one. Another 2 even. All right, let's go. All right, I am admitting that I'm not strong enough for hell. So we're gonna go back to Nightmare and farm some potions and stuff. And then we're gonna try and fight as few enemies as possible in hell. And just see if we can finish this challenge. So what are we looking for? I think we're looking for runes. I'm sure there are some amount of gear that could help. And actually right now we don't even have an amulet or a ring. And I don't get much experience, but at least he kills them very effortlessly. Right, this should solve our... Oh, did I find potion on... I think I used find potion on Eldritch. One full rejuve. I should also pick up more wands. Well, socketed wands. Because we could still use white for some FCR bonus. Light plate. I think I am pretty set on armor bases. Well, who knows? I might end up having to make a lot of them. Not a lot of purple in here. I guess we're gonna need mana potions too. So I can stash some amount. Jagged star. Okay, 1 socket. Okay, yeah, we're still on Hell Diablo, but right now I need to farm potions. I need to farm some item, I think, and I can't really do that in Hell. So I've admitted that Hell is too difficult, but we're gonna try to make it through anyway. My stash tab that I marked for potions is already getting filled up by random junk. I probably don't need Well, maybe yeah, maybe I need. I probably don't need two socketed armors. Dry hills. We can give it a try. Hoarding Goblin. Yeah, at this point it's just me filling up all of my shared stash tabs with absolute trash. Yeah, I could. Yeah, no, I could definitely hork the Pindle Garden for potions. That is definitely allowed. Need to find Lam. Yeah, I mean, smoke would be good right now. That would be a very solid rune word. Why not use the Act 3 Ice Merc? The reason is that I basically need my mercenary to do all damage for me. I deal so little damage to players' 6 enemies in hell. So I think I need a mercenary that can A, attack to do things like crushing blow, and B, carry a strong weapon. No, I don't have a great weapon. It is fine. But it's not great. Yeah, you can actually hork the zombies before they wake up. From my experience, though, you can't really hork all the zombies in the garden before they wake up. Unless maybe if you have really high FCR and high run speed, but I can't. Is there a no mercenary rule on the wheel? Yeah, it is. So basically right now, no merc would completely kill the run. At least the way I'm playing it right now. And no rune words would also be extremely rough. But we only have one spin left, because we are in Act 4 of Hell. So the final spin would be in Act 5 of Hell. But there is, of course, still the possibility to butcher or like to completely ruin the current strategy. I mean, I guess we are in Nightmare, but I'm actually impressed with how fast we're killing things. Which should tell you something about how ruined I am by this challenge, if I consider this fast. As long as we just vastly improve all item slots, it should be smooth sailing. Yeah, exactly. As long as I find like Dwarf Star for fire absorption. What's that shield called? Storm Shield for physical damage reduction. We should be fine. Actually, something that would be really good, but that is not actually that rare, is finally making that black rune word. Because 40% crushing blow is of course a lot more than 25, even though I'm not really attacking. It's kind of annoying how bad the density is. It would have been really amazing if terror zones also increased the density of the monsters by like 50%. Though maybe if that was the case, terror zones would be even more, you know, even further ahead of every other zone to run, like farm. Missed my mouth. Do terror zones increase treasure class? Yes. They do. Now in Nightmare, or in normal as well I guess, the terror zone is capped. And I can't look it up for you right now because I'm not allowed to open the minimap, but I believe it's capped at 71 or 74. I'm sure someone in chat can correct me. $71, alright. Normal is 54. Wow, that's kind of high for normal. 54. So I think we can run terror zones for a little while. Get at least a decent buffer of rejuves. And then we can try for some kind of item upgrade. Not sure how you do that in Diablo. Well, normal nil attack is like level 66. What? That seems crazy high. I had no idea if that was the case. By farming Andy, you taught us that. Yeah. Well, our only option is Nightmare Andy, and I'm not sure if there's actually that many items I can find that's gonna help me that much. Actually, I would really like to find the Halls of the Dead. That seems like a good terror zone for a Warcry Barb. Because now it's a little bit annoying to fight because the enemies are so spread out. I actually did not know that terror zones were capped in Hell. I thought they went all the way up to like 99. That shows you how little end game I've been playing in D2R, only doing normal challenges over and over. Valkyrie plus Edgebow. Well, you know what? That's not a bad idea, actually. Valkyrie to have a summon, and then Edge for the Thorns aura. The problem is, though, that I'm not sure how long a mercenary would be able to stay alive. Sorry, not a mercenary. Like, I'm not sure how long a level 15 Valkyrie is gonna stand up to Diablo. Probably not very long at all. So I like the idea, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work out. Because it would be so hard to re-summon her, right? But this looks pretty good. Now I just remembered that not every enemy can be find potioned, right? I can't use find potion on the skeletons, which is unfortunate. But there are other enemies here too, like the cadavers and the mummies, the bats. And this should be like 3 rejuves. Alright, only 2. But still, nice. Oh, here's the third one. And in reality, I really should have, like, I should farm 40 or 60 full rejuves, but I don't have the patience for that. Yeah, yeah, I agree. The experience is actually not half bad. So we are definitely gonna end up getting at least one more level. Can you keep skill trees assigned before the rule? Well, it depends, right? It's fine to have the skill points assigned in my book, as long as I don't use the skills. The problem, for example, with combat mastery, is that they are all passives. So when we hit that, I did respec. Because, yeah, you know. Looking for the... Oh, here we go. Patience for farming, but for the challenge, but not for farming. I guess that doesn't really make sense. I see what you're saying. But here's the thing, if I would have a lot of patience for farming in Amrune if I knew that, if I was confident that duress was the difference maker. But I'm not actually sure if it is. Ah, Terror Zone is about to change. That's a shame, because I actually think the Halls of the Dead seems like a great Terror Zone for this character. But maybe we can get Andariel, or... I don't know, what else? The cow level. Cows should be pretty sweet. With Warcry, actually. Oh, for like the 17th time in this challenge, I forget that I actually can't go to the cow level. Because of course that would require me to use the cube. The lesson that I keep relearning over and over. Or not lesson, but you get what I'm saying. Do you still have Saigon's helm? I think that was another challenge, right? I don't think I have found Saigon's helm. I have Saigon's belt. Yeah, the Merc is a machine. Yeah, he really is in hyper mode with frenzy, and then fanaticism, and then when burst of speed triggers, he just goes crazy. If I could only somehow get him to deal a little bit more damage. But yeah, I've been enjoying the Act 5 Merc a lot, though I have a sneaky, or like it's starting to creep up on me that maybe I actually need to go back to Emilio, because not to get too ahead of ourselves, but how am I gonna fight the ancients, 3 ancients on player 6 without any healing outside of rejuves, so I might actually have to go for a prayer merc for that fight specifically, right? So I have some amount of passive healing, because I'm not sure how many full rejuves I'm gonna require to grind down 3 players 8 ancients. And then of course I can't use town portals as rejuves, because if you leave the summit you're toast. Speaking of town portals, should make sure to pick them all up. Ooh, a level, nice. Well, what does really a level do for me right now? I think the main thing a level does right now is that it makes me and Balfgar harder to hit. We're not actually getting that much from the level itself, right? Like, we're not getting more powerful, really. Yeah, I'm gonna start putting points into battle orders now. Embrace the support barb. You're gonna have to fill the entire summit with potions. Man, yeah, but imagine, that would mean that I have to farm reju potions for like 4 hours for one attempt. Don't you think I would have a better chance to try it with Emilio? Prayer Emilio. But of course then I need to figure out another way to deal damage. Oh, I'm blocking the way for Balfgar. Or get better gear. Yeah, I mean, true, but even considering we spent 45 minutes at Mephisto, we have to prepare for the worst. So we have to prepare for like half an hour. Even if we have some crushing blow and stuff, we have to prepare for like 20 to 30 minutes, I think, of ancient fighting. And even with good gear, we need some sustain, I think. Well, of course, the mercenary can leech. Yeah, maybe a leech from the mercenary is enough. That's interesting. Yeah, maybe it's gonna be enough if I have... As long as he deals good damage, and then... Oh, did we lose the... We lost the... What's it called? Bulwark, didn't we? Why else would I have Sasabis? I guess we lost Bulwark as well. Well, that we should be able to remake a Bulwark sometime, or, you know, at some point. Hey, how's it going? It's going... well, it's going great with me. The challenge is going alright. Oh, also doing a misfortune run now, but I don't see myself surviving hell. Alright, nice, let's go. Best of luck. In your opinion, how strict is Diablo 2? Like, how bad is it if you make a mistake in your build? I have a hard time answering that, because I am making my builds bad on purpose these days. But I don't think it's that punishing. Like, if you waste a few skill points, it's not that bad. As long as you do something reasonable. Like, I think you can beat the game with Blaze and Ice Blast. Is it gonna be much worse, like much harder than Blizzard and Fireball? Yes, definitely. Or actually, I kind of think that Diablo 2 is a kind of punishing to new players, because it's kind of hard for a new player to know what skills are good and what skills suck, because they are not created equal at all, right? You kind of need to know which skills are good and which are awful, or at least know which ones you should avoid. Like, I remember thinking Thunderstorm, the sorcerer skill. Thunderstorm is such a cool skill, right? Passive damage for free? Sign me up, right? But it's such an awful skill. Even fully synergized, it does so pitiful damage. Now, before respecs were a thing, I think Diablo 2 had a very punishing build system. But now, of course, we have respecs. I guess I could still use find item on the skeletons. I haven't done that. I've been so focused on find potion.
I need mana.
I mean, we have grabbed a bunch of potions, but not much else, right? And I say a bunch of potions, a little bit like I use the word bunch a bit loose here.
I am overburdened.
Especially considering... Alright, so we have 10 full rejuves now, which is not enough, but it's a start.
I can't carry anymore.
When you find a Kingslayer or something of that magnitude, everything will look better. I'm just a little bit... Well, maybe you meant for Wolfgar. Oh, I went to hell now. Whoops, my bad. So here's the thing. Without combat skills, I think it's gonna be so hard for me to get an, you know, ever deal good damage. Of course, yes, Wolfgar could do with a good blade. But something that I can't stop thinking about is this. 50% chance to cast level 15 Holy Bolt when struck, and level 20 Holy Bolt charges. And that's not a lot, but it is a level 20 skill after all, right? Let me check how much level 20 Holy Bolt does. Non-synergized, unfortunately, but... Holy Bolt. Is the Holy Bolt weapon just me trying to make a bow barb work with extra steps? Maybe. Oh, a level 20 non-synergized Holy Bolt only deals like 200 damage. Alright, never mind. I guess you really need Fist of Heaven synergy for that to work. How much would it hurt you to give up on this challenge? Well, I talked a little bit about it at the start of Hell, and this is actually the first time, maybe ever, no, not ever, but the first time in a long time that I actually am a little bit worried that I might not actually be able to finish a challenge. Now, we are pulling out all the cheeses and, you know, all the strategies we can think of. Like we cheesed Mephisto with Witchwild String over the moat in a very long fight. Actually, I don't usually do this, but now I'm gonna start putting my gold in a separate, in like the shared stash tab to not lose it if I die. I have Saigon's armor and belt. Is there anything interesting going on? Attacker takes damage of 20. Not really. Of course, the lifesteal is very nice if you attack. Yeah. How much does it cost to repair even? Oh, I have the wrong armor. Looks kind of stylish though. It's been a long time since I was rocking full Saigons. And the armor is not the best piece from Saigon. Ooh, that's expensive. Yeah, to go from 124 charges to 200 charges, it's 35k. Well, there's a bit of durability lost, missing as well. Do you have prevent monster heal on anything? I think so. Well, I have open wounds on this. Oh, this has prevent monster heal. Spear barb. Oh, the string of ears has prevent monster heal. No, it doesn't. All right. Yeah, Malice. Oh, does Malice have prevent monster? Oh, Oh, sorry, my bad. I didn't see that. Malice has open wounds and prevents monster heal. Now I get what you're saying. What's the new terror zone? Oh, Bloody Foothills. Oh, that's a nice one. Then we can bash out a bunch of my favorite Magic Find run. Eldritch. Alright, now we're gonna do this for a while, and then we can decide how to move forward while grinding, because I should be able to do these runs very easily and also not have to concentrate as much, so we can theory craft a bit. Oh, almost forgot. It's hard to rewire your brain to care about TP scrolls and mana potions instead of like blue armors for 35k. Can't you just howl your way through and kill the boss monster? Yeah, that's the idea, Yanni. That is the idea. But the problem is that I need to get to the boss monster in the first place. No, sorry, the problem is that even if I get to the boss monster, I need to kill them. Let's go for 4 rows of blues, and then save the rest of the space for rejuves. Because we have to face Hell Diablo and the other bosses on players 6. And for that I need some healing, which is what we are working on now. And ideally also better defenses. I mean, I actually think Crushing Blow is one of the things we got covered pretty well. Like, I have 25 Crushing Blow on my axe. I don't hit very often, but when I do, I deal damage. And of course, Valfgard also has 25 Crushing Blow. So I think what's missing is some way for me to stay alive. And preferably something that doesn't require me to drink rejuve potions as they were health potions. Like, if I'm gonna drink a rejuve every 30 seconds, it's gonna be so... how do you say? I'm gonna drain my potion supply so quickly. And with only rejuves, it's a bit tough. So maybe I need some amount of healing after all. Which is why I said that maybe I need to go for the Merc again. The heal Merc, that is. That is right, CBD. CSBD. Terror zones increases the levels of the monsters, so they are tougher, but give greater rewards. And usually you can tell, if you open the minimap, you can actually see exactly what level the area is. Yeah, life tap, you can spawn, rare ones can spawn with charges, but not only are magic items banned, but rare items are also banned. But that would be pretty cool though, life tap charges. I guess we have to farm Draco's Grasp. Ooh, Death Mask. Let's hope for a 3-socket one. Because I think one thing that I believe needs to be done before making an attempt is that we need to remake Bulwark. Because I think the Merc needs lifesteal. Oh, nice! Alright. Always fun when you build up to a reveal and it actually pans out. And now at least we found some kind of usable item. Is it worth it to kill Shenk as well? Oh, I didn't realize that Shenk is also terrorized. It probably is. Shale. IO. Sol. Nice, alright. Bulwark reassembled.
I'll put that to good use.
Only 4% lifesteal. But 15 physical damage reduction. 15%. Nice. Right, good Merkelm, good Merkelm. Whoops, did not mean to. Ooh, amulet. Well, actually, realistically, is there even a good standalone amulet? I mean, I guess Talrasha's amulet could be nice. But regardless of what it actually is, it's gonna be nice because I am currently not wearing an amulet at all. Hell Andy farm is not better, question mark. I think you overestimate my ability to farm Hell Andariel on players 6 with this guy.
How may I be of help?
Oh, almost sold. Alright, let's see. Talrasha's amulet has 33 lightning resist, I believe. I don't really think could be anything else decent. I mean, Irathat was kind of good for the duel. Alright, let's stop messing around. Cathans, alright. Well, 10 fast rate recovery. Attacker takes lightning damage of 5. No lightning damage. Man, it is actually worded attacker takes lightning damage of 5, right? It does say lightning damage on it. Alright. Well, not a big loss, but that's kind of funny. How random is it that it has attacker takes lightning damage? Why couldn't it be normal thorns? Alright then, never mind. That's kind of funny. Yes, there is a no mercenary roll on the wheel. Which is probably a thing I would want at least right now. Hey TTD, yeah, amulet invalid. Edge rune word. So sell me on the idea of the edge rune word. What are we like? What is it that we're looking to get from edge? Is it just the thorns? Do you think thorns is gonna be better than me just either spamming Warcry or attacking Diablo with strength? Maybe. I'm not gonna hit Diablo very much. Ooh, kite shield. See green loot, get excited regardless of what the loot is. Oh, another fully. Do we want magic find while we do this grind? I'm actually not sure. We might actually prefer to get like unsocketed items. Yeah, so the idea is that thorns, like if Diablo hits the mercenary, thorns can wear him down. But I think that me attacking with strength and then maybe at some point malice is probably stronger. Would Maras be good? I'd say so. I wouldn't mind some wall res plus all plus 2 to all skills. Actually, Shenk is annoying because the lasher type enemies are so loud. I'm not sure why they are so loud, but they are. Battle sword. Could have been ethereal head striker, but it wasn't. It was actually neither ethereal nor head striker. Oh, feels good to actually kill something. Alright, let's finish off this level and then we can decide if we're gonna do more farming or give it Diablo a go. Alright, I'm actually getting kind of hurt. Now I'm getting painful flashbacks. Didn't this character find not one, but 2 steel drivers? Now I kind of regret throwing those away. Actually, they're probably not gonna deal more damage than my Warcry anyway. Since I'm so hurt, I'm gonna start a new game. What swords do the mercenary have? You should be able to check the merc gear on the pinned or comment at the top of the chat, but he's using 1 strength conquest sword and 1 hustle conquest sword. Decent, but not amazing. Or maybe they are very good, but I mean, against players 6 hell monsters, he has dropped off a little bit. Now we are in nightmare. Yeah, the problem with the countess is that on players 6 she will actually not drop that many runes, because she only drops her special rune drop if there is quote-unquote space in her like drop roll, because monsters can't drop more than 6 items at a time, I believe. Well, this is kind of interesting. Oh, blue shackle, flamberge, flamberge. When in doubt, say it every way, so you are bound to say it wrong at least a couple of times. Is this Ripsaw? It is Ripsaw. 80% open wounds. Yeah, so what you're saying is that it's like Malice but two-handed. A mana steal, I guess. Ah, that's a shame. I guess actually it doesn't have... It does not have drain life, and now actually someone told me a while ago that you should not be using Malice against the Ancients, because the -100 monster defense per hit can actually cause their defense to overflow like backwards if the fight is too long. So maybe we actually need this. Merc can use it. No, the Merc actually can't.
I can't use that. I can't use
Only real like player controlled barbarians can dual wield one hand two-handed swords. But I might actually have to use it against the Ancients. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Fancy sword. Now I wish it had lifesteal instead of mana steal, but you can't have it all. White spiderweb sash. Right, let's finish up this level and then decide what to do next. I might just be crazy enough to do a Diablo attempt after this. Well, I would really want another helm, right? Another 3-socketed helm. So I can make that fire helm. I guess this is also pretty good. 15 all resistances, 7 damage reduction. Nice full rejuve stash. It's just that it's gonna take so long to make an actual full rejuve stash. But I guess we could do some Pindle farming, or like Pindle garden farming. That is probably a good idea. Does high defense lower damage? No, it only affects your miss chance. Yeah, the problem with farming runes is that maybe I overestimate the effects of this, but when you are on player 6, the Countess is gonna drop a lot fewer runes than if you were on players 1, right? I don't have time to even kill half of them, but I mean, it is free potion horking, so I should probably start every round this way.
Not enough mana.
Alright, I got like 2 or 3 full regives from that, so I guess that's the game telling me I should. Ooh! It would be nice if Wolfgar could help out. Alright, thank you. That's not the 3 Sarkadid Helm I was asking for, game. Arcane chests are pretty good.
How may I be of help?
Well, that would allow me to farm without fighting, I guess.
A coward's hiding place.
Players 6 Diablo is gonna have almost twice the amount of P3 Mephisto. That's rough, but on the other hand, since I don't have the bow anymore, I'm not gonna be able to completely cheese Diablo like I did with Mephisto. So at the very least, I am gonna have to go into melee, and by going into melee, I will have some amount of crushing blow, and that should help a lot with actually bringing Diablo's health down. Alright, is this just RNG, or do the... what are they called? Prowlers? Defiled warriors have increased chance to drop regis or something? Hey Zarfen, been loving your videos, and it got me to try a challenge on my own. Oh, nice. Multi-hit melee from Act 1. Beat it on Fury, but I'd love to see give it a go. 1 to 30 was bad, yeah.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Playing a character with a level 30 skill is a pain for the first levels. Why? Got grime on my glasses. Nightmare lower Kurast is fine as well. But lower Kurast, people from the lower Kurast lobbying organizations. What exactly is it that you think I will gain from lower Kurast? I mean, of course, I could get lucky with finding a high rune from a super chest. But like in theory it makes sense because all the enemies are melee, but a lot of them are like the Zealots or Saccharumites, and they just keep running away. Then there are Leapers which jump around. And there are gonna be a bunch of elites which I can't actually reliably stunlock. Now, do I have a better idea? Not really. I mean, right now I'm just going for potions. But we are kind of good on potions soon. Or not, we're not good on potions. We can never have too many potions, I guess. But the potion situation is improving.
Good morning. You...
Travincal, maybe. Yeah, Nightmare Travincal player 6. Though... I think it's gonna be tough to get better bang for the buck than a Terror Zone if we stick to Nightmare. Alright, level 77, nice. I went in for a battle cry. That didn't pan out. And actually, that probably is like 40 minutes of gold farming down the drain. So probably a pretty big, pretty expensive mistake, even though it doesn't look that bad. But that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I know that I was low on low life, but without health potions, it's such a, how do you say? It's a real struggle to actually use any of your potions, because it feels like you're wasting them. Like there's a force that holds me back whenever I try to use a potion, because they are so limited. I already had Melabregas, right? Alright, nice gold stash. Oh, I already... Alright, what are we doing now? What is the current plan for Diablo? Well, step 1 was to get a bunch of rejuves. This might not be enough, but with all of these rejuves together with 8 plus 20 tomes, I am willing to give Diablo a try. Though I think I might also need a bit of a little something on the defensive department, in the defensive department. let's go to hell. Right now my fire resistance is at -7. I guess I can make like a rel shield or a rel body armor. Or actually, ideally, I would use Wisdom's Guard for the block chance against Diablo. And then, yeah, if I do rel shield, that's gonna be like 105. So I'm actually not gonna even be, I'm gonna be at like 50 fire res if I do that. Do I have a Fall rune? I don't. I got served a warrant to attend court in Lower Kurast. Alright, better get going then. I bet Diablo would be easier than you think. Really? Alright, let me put it this way. If I could use health potions, I would have gone to Diablo by now, because having that constant life regen from a super healing potion, then I think definitely I could take on Diablo like this. But with only rejuves, they are instant healing, and they will heal for like 1800 each time, which is a lot. But you don't get that sustained healing. It's not even that they are healing you necessarily, but like they are draining you, making sure that your life pool is drained slower. IO rune. I'm hoping for the Thal rune, not another IO. Or a 3-socketed helm. And of course, we did lose the other map. The other LK map. I accidentally got too much cheese for my cheese and crackers, sigh. Well, then the only solution is to get more crackers. And then you'll have too many crackers and not enough cheese, so then you have to get more cheese, and then you're stuck in an infinite loop. That's how they get you. Like, there's no coincidence that hot dogs are sold in packs of 8 and hot dog buns are sold in packs of 12, right? Alright, I'm gonna drink a rejuve before I give someone in the audience a heart attack. Act 5 mercs can benefit from barb helms, right? Yep. Though I think they can only benefit to their own skills, right? That's interesting. If I put a barb helm with +2 natural resistance on a barb merc, will he actually get benefit from the natural resistance skill? I would guess not, but I'm not sure. So it looks like I only have one hut once again, which is fine. Oh, and this should have an armor rack too.
Yes?
Alright. Doesn't benefit. That makes sense. I thought the hot dog thing, bun thing was a conspiracy. Well, I don't want an angry big hot dog, so I'm gonna just say that allegedly nothing is how do you say? Everything is highly calculated, I believe. Allegedly, don't send the big hot dog to silence me. Hellforge plate, I guess non-socketed Hellforge plate. I'm probably never gonna have a Larsec socket to spare. Like, even if I have an actual one to spare, I probably would want to save it for something. Watch out, Zarfen, Dennis might be coming for you. Dennis hot dogs. Staple of Swedish culinary experience. Alright, am I crazy? Or did I lose the campfire? Or did I already go there and forgot about it? Right. Oh, here it is. I guess it was a little bit further down than I remembered. Making sure that I don't miss any town portal scrolls. Oh, imagine if this was Kelpie Snare. Then the run would have been saved. In single player, if you have Bear Mal Ist in a solo self-found account. Interesting question if you should make Enigma or Infinity. Kind of depends on what builds you like to play, right? But I mean, Enigma unlocks superior mobility for every class. Every caster class, but I mean, really anyone can use Enigma. But finding a Jar rune is gonna require a lot of grinding. So I mean, depending on how much you play, I think you should make something that you can use sooner rather than later and just, you know, enjoy the game, is my opinion. But if I were to pick, I would make Enigma before Infinity. Unless, like, Lightning Sorceress was my far and beyond favorite character. And just like that, I have filled another stash tab with random junk. Lorecraft, born and raised, kicking basket. Spend most of my days. Good one. What am I even looking for right now? I don't know. Like another 3-socket helm. Or one of those runes that I have been looking for a while. I guess I'm stalling for time because I don't want to go into the Act 4. Nef rune. Well, maybe I mess up my black rune word later. I need a second one. Ooh.
I am overburdened.
Exceptional polearm. 2 sockets. Let's farm normal Diablo for General Standuliga. I mean, we are approaching the point where that seems like a good idea. Some slow would be awesome. I would be perfectly happy with LK farming for the next 4 streams.
Not in town.
You are something else, Kubadrin. If this is like the highlight of of content. Yeah, maybe I should farm Enigma. Razor bow. We have a diamond bow already if I need a 4-socket bow at some point. Ooh, double portal, nice. Double portal scroll drop, that is, of course. XP in lower Kurast. It takes too long for me to be willing to grind enemies down. Alright, but let's look at the situation. This is not useful. This is a little bit useful. 20 fire resist is more than 15 all. 30 fire resist is more than 15 all. And now it sucks that we lost Iratha's amulet, because that had like 15 all res as a set bonus, right? Yeah, now I get like 10 dex and 50 defense. 150 defense based on level. And I mean, this is one of my best items, so I can't remove that, obviously. What else do I have? 20 fire res, but again, I think I need String of Ears. I could replace my body armor, actually. Like for the Diablo fight, run speed and FCR is probably not that big of a deal. Though then that would mean that I'm using one of my few remaining armors. Do I actually not even have a 3-socketed armor right now? Oh, I do have one. On the other hand, a breastplate, you can buy a breastplate in Act 2 normal, and I am still allowed to go back. Right? Did you get to the Chaos Sanctuary? I didn't even leave town. But I'm not above howl strats through all of that. I mean, actually, we could even just put 2 rail runes in a bassinet and make a very budget fire res helm. So we get 60 fire res instead of 60-30 lightning. 30-30 lightning fire. I don't think you can buy 3 sockets in normal. You can buy kite shields and I think they're called large shields in the normal Act 2 for sure. Is there any cool bonus to get from this? Defense, attack rating. Well, it is 10 to all resistances. Alright, let's give it a go. See how it goes. I need to make space. I'm not gonna need 2 Neph runes, am I? I'm not gonna need... How can my stashes always be full? I guess I can put them here for now. With the rest of the crap that I'm never gonna use.
Good day.
Yeah, I can gamble. I'm allowed to gamble, but... And I thought that gambling was gonna be a decent, you know, strategy. But I'm so strapped for gold, and I need to save all the gold for resurrecting Valkar. If he dies, when he dies. I'm just gonna summon a Valkyrie, and then we'll try running through Act 4. I might as well. Actually, speaking of might as well, I might as well scout the Black Marsh in case we need to try the Countess, even though I don't think that's a good idea. Alright, good Black Marsh map anyway. You can, yeah, exactly. You, I can, but I can't. That's true. I can gamble, but I can't gamble. No Valkyrie. I'm a little bit afraid that we're gonna get owned by this pack of brutes, but it looks fine. Well, does it look fine, actually? Oh, here we go. Right, now I'm actually going to run. Bit dangerous. Walfgar was never in any danger. I can't handle seeing Wolfgar at that low life, so I'm gonna heal before going here. Oh, I actually have a decent amount of gold. Well, it's not even two Wolfgar resurrections actually, but it's close. All right. Hey, I don't want to use my real name. Yeah, we were just in Nightmare farming potions, actually. Like 20 minutes ago. Spending 10 minutes to spawn a Valkyrie that will die in 10 seconds. I mean, level 15 Valkyrie is really tanky. Though, of course, I don't have any synergies for her. Oh, holy crap. I actually might reset the map. I'm gonna run to see if I find the exit really quickly, but I do not really want to deal with souls. Man, this is intense. If I see the conviction aura, I'm just hitting escape and clicking save and exit. Alright. I'm not even gonna go after Isual. Like, maybe we can go back for Isual. Alright, I got stuck anyway. We can go back for Isual with another monster, how do you say? Layout or distribution. Monster profile. Well, against 3 corpulents, Balfgar is self-sustaining. So as long as the ancients aren't stronger than the corpulents, we should be fine. Yeah, Valkyrie died, but if I die, I lose a bunch of potions. I lose Balfgar. So I think that it was a no-brainer to escape there. They were camping the stairs. Ooh, lightning shrine. Lightning resist shrine. Well, 10... Oh, right, yeah, 10 seconds. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the Valkyrie might die in 10 seconds at Diablo. That is a very real chance of... That has a really real chance of happening. That was oddly phrased, but you get what I mean, hopefully. I'm actually thinking that maybe we should skip Isual regardless of no souls, but because what are 2 skill points gonna get me? A little bit more Warcry damage. More damage for the Warcry that I never use. Man, they are camping the stairs again. Physical immune stair camper. Alright. Doesn't seem like the game wants me to go into the City of the Damned. Let's see if Balfgar can self-sustain at Isual. But just because I have had elites at the stairs twice in a row, that doesn't mean like there's always gonna be monsters there, right? Man. If he can't tank Isual, he's not gonna be able to, he's not gonna be able to tank Diablo. Are you not playing Singer Barb? I kind of am, but also not. Because the damage is so low. But we are also on players 6. I did not mean to stun that monster.
Thanks.
I'm gonna give running one more honest attempt, and then if it's still blocked, I guess we have to fight through. Alright, finally. What? What happened?
Greetings.
Alright.
Greetings.
Oh, did I not battle orders? Alright. Well, if I'm gonna play like this, then we are surely completely out of luck. Final resting place finally dies. Oh boy. And the worst thing is that we haven't really made much progress on our character either, right? Alright, if we're gonna have to stand there and fight, I might as well try and spawn the Valkyrie. I was just drinking. Finally, dies. Sorry for spilling your drink. I mean, my work rate damage is good, 700, and it's very safe. But it doesn't deal that much damage, right? Compared to Valkar with the Crushing Blow and Frenzy.
I need mana.
And this is so rough. Imagine that we're gonna have to like fight through the Chaos Sanctuary or the River of Flame like this. Yeah, I am feeling very... I'm not feeling very good about the future for this run. Now I'm casting battle orders every 15 seconds just to make sure I don't die again. I don't think we can even do the seal bosses. No, yeah, that's how it feels to me right now. I'm not sure how we're gonna kill anything in Act 4 on player 6. Like running and howling is fine. But the combination of having a very gimped character and not being able to use health potions, so I have like no sustain, that's tricky. Maybe if I make that black flail and I borrow Valkar's bulwark and I completely max out on my like fire res and get some extra, what's it called, physical damage reduction, maybe we can somehow reach a point of equilibrium. Oh, does black have fire resist? Have fire resist? Maybe I need to go and grind for that Thal rune. Someone mentioned this before, but Nightmare Cows, and that is no, sorry. I keep the theory crafting is just going in a loop right now. I keep going back to maybe I should do the cow level. But the answer is always, of course, that I can't do the cow level because it requires the cube. But it's like, it's every time I try to theory craft, it's like, but maybe the cow level, you know, good drops, can find bases, should be very safe with Warcry. Oh boy. Alright, so it's not that one. Yeah, Crush Flange. 50 fire rest, that would be pretty sweet. Here's the problem though. I don't want to turn this particular challenge into like 10 hours of nightmare boss farming for like a Crush Flange or an Amrune. But what if I have to? What are we gonna do then? I mean, at some point we could have finished another run in the meantime. Gotta do what you gotta do. Me trying to fish for a suggestion to abandon the run, but it didn't work. Yeah, actually, if we farm like 10 levels for Valkar, he's gonna be able to survive so much better, because he of course not only gets resistances per level, he also becomes harder to hit with every level. So maybe Valkar benefiting so much from farming maybe makes that the play. Asking Diablo players about a 10-hour grind. Fair, fair. Ah! Oh. The closest thing you'll see to a genuine rage moment on a Zarfen stream. Why did I even pick this up? Why did I pick that up? I don't know. Yeah, I guess it was fate. Deciding to pick that Grand Charm up out of all Grand Charms. Barbarian combat skiller. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, streamer luck. Yeah, the streamer luck pendulum goes both ways. Well, I guess actually a combat skiller wouldn't actually be that good. Not only because I don't have any combat skills, but also one level doesn't do that much, but still very funny. Give it to Valkar, I wish I could. Exactly, the first Grand Charm identified in hours. I haven't identified a single charm during this stream before that one. And then it's a skiller for the character I'm using, which is super rare, like, to begin with. Alright. So, here's what I'm thinking. Maybe that was the, like the slap I needed to wake up. If we farm for a Thal rune and make black, that will allow us to hit so quickly and hit hard. Or like a crushing blow hits hard. It's still gonna take a while to wear anything down, of course. That's just the nature of this run. But that is like, how do you say, it's the slow and steady, like the turtle approach. We're gonna kill stuff eventually with 40% crushing blow and quick attacks. If that's true, I guess it's also true that we should kill stuff eventually with this. But this just looks so bad, but maybe. Yeah, Diablo 2 in a nutshell. You find stuff you can't use, yeah, exactly. But in general, as much as it sucks, I don't really like it when games makes it so that you can only find stuff for your own character either. Or maybe I kind of do actually, because I don't even trade, because I never play online. But then it's kind of hard to balance, because then if every item you find is for your character, everything is either, you know, an upgrade or completely like an awful item, right? So I think somehow, in some weird way, items for other characters that you can't use, they kind of fill a weird spot of like finding, you know, loot that aren't upgrades but are also not, you know, completely useless. If that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. But for example, if you just play Diablo 2, like you play your account, like most people do, like you play and you grind and you play different characters, then I actually think it's kind of fun, because if you find a really good Sork item, for example, that might be the thing that makes you create a Sork, right? Oh, I was too slow. And this pack wasn't even an elite monster. This was just a bunch of pit lords and Urudars. Alright, what odds do you give me of being able to actually defeat Hephaestus? Hephaestus the Armorer? Where even is the guy? Oh, here he is. I'm gonna use a town portal to heal.
What do you need?
And then we're just gonna pray. I mean, anything with slow would be so good, but I mean, you can't always get what you want, right? Actually, we're kind of owning him, right? Might be famous last words, but right now it looks pretty good. If Valkar could stop taunting the Urudar back into the fight. Oh, now I see. Hephaestus is actually fighting... Hephaestus is actually targeting the Valkyrie. Nice. Hefasto keeps, or sorry, Valkar keeps taunting the Uradar that I keep howling away. Wow, I'm super impressed by your tanking. Now, I don't know what stats the gear on the Valkyrie has. But as far as I know, she can only spawn with rare and magic items, so she shouldn't be able to have like physical damage reduction, percentage based. But I mean, she's really standing strong. I guess he also doesn't have any crazy stats. Like, if he was lightning enchanted and had the might aura, I think things would look very different. Valkar. Oh, what a joker. Valkar's a paid actor. But we can also see how big of a deal Crushing Blow is, because the lower his HP gets, the slower it moves, right? But hell yeah, this was a super convincing victory. And I mean, the Hellforge could be huge, right? We could get an Ist rune, but we could get like the rune we have been hoping for. We could get Pal. We could get another Gull. Please don't jinx it. What else can we get? Like Lam. There are so many runes that would actually be good drops for us right now. But Gull is not one of them. Ayo. That's too bad. I mean, it's a good rune, don't get me wrong, it is a good rune, but it is a rune we have plenty of already. I'm gonna save a TP. Game trolling right now. Ayo. That kind of hurts. Yeah, Mal, Pal, Lem. Anything but an IO. Well, actually, if we're gonna make black, Pal, IO, Nef, and then Hearth. No, I forgot the name. The fire one. We still have all the IOs we need. All right. Temper, that's the one.
Hail to you, champion.
Yeah, exactly. I can't cube them either, so they are basically worthless. My Colt Arms Flail. Just kidding, of course. Alright, so if we have a Thal rune, we can make a black Tyrant Club. And if we can isolate bosses as well as we did in that fight, and then use the Valkyrie from Peace, yeah, I'm starting to gain a little bit of hope again. It didn't take that much, but I'm actually getting a little, ever so slightly hopeful again. And also, well, that's a tall ask, but if the Valkyrie can tank, I guess Hefasto doesn't have bonus damage against summons the way Diablo has, actually. But it would also be kind of cool if Valkar could use Peace for the critical strike. That could really increase his damage output. But then like 40 resistances.
I'll put that to good use.
Why am I keeping the scythe? The treasure, in case we need to go back to the, what's it called? The Desert Mercenary. 133 strength, why? Because it deals a little bit of damage. I guess it's actually not that much extra damage. But I think the Black Rune Word has like 100 ED or something. So I thought it could be decent. But yeah, actually, I need to sacrifice a bunch of other stats in that case. I guess my energy is kind of wasted now that I'm not really spamming it as much anymore. Warcry, that is. I kind of don't even want to do it an attempt right now. I kind of want to farm some more items. The Spirit Monarch. But I don't think you can make rune words in crude items, right? Three Orc runes is one Thal rune. That is correct, but I'm not allowed to use the cube. And actually, speaking of not being able to use the cube, if I could craft a couple of blood weapons, or like a couple of blood items, like crushing blow gloves, and maybe a blood belt. Well, I don't need a blood belt because I have malice, but some blood armor could be pretty nice. Lifesteal. I refuse to farm, but then when I don't farm, he says he wants to farm. I guess, I mean, I am really starting to feel a little bit of desperation. Maybe that's why I don't know what to do. I don't want to do anything because everything feels like, how do you say? It's gonna be impossible. Like it feels like I'm not gonna be able to find anything if I farm. It feels like I'm not gonna be able to do anything in the Chaos Sanctuary. Hey Frappuccino, hey hey. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, maybe that's just the thing. Maybe I just need to embrace the slow and steady. Though actually, oh man, this is gonna be such a bummer. I need to go at like 3 today instead of 4.
What do you need?
So realistically, I'm not gonna be able to take down the Seal Guardians and Diablo in 40 minutes, right? Considering how it looked against Mephisto. So I think for this stream, we're gonna have to settle with trying to find a Thal rune or something, and then we have to give it a proper go next time, because I still kind of need to, you know, grind down the elites, because I can't fight, I can't just fight the Seal Guardians with 2 elites just chilling out. Just leave it. Just leave a TP in the Chaos Sanctuary until Friday. I mean, that's desperate. But who knows? I'm almost at that point. Farm the Chaos Sanctuary. I need to go to the bathroom, but let's farm somewhere in Nightmare, I would say, or maybe Hell. Summon the D to see how well you fare against him. I think it's gonna take a long time to just summon, push the seals. So what I would like is more 3-socketed helms to make more of either the Temper rune word, or maybe make a bulwark for myself. A Thal rune to make black. Lem, for duress or treachery. I mean, treachery, imagine treachery, and then we could pre-buff myself, and I could swap armors back and forth between me and Wolfgar to get the fade pre-buff. Nightmare Jungle, Thinking a Countess run R5. Yeah, the problem with Countess is that I'm on player 6, so she's not gonna drop that many runes, actually. Why not drop the cube? It's taking up space in your stash. Wow. Guido, you are right. I've used the cube. I have used the cube for everything I can use the cube for. So you are completely right, Guido. This feels extremely weird. But I actually don't need the cube anymore, and it is taking up space. So I guess I'm just gonna toss the cube. I'm not sure if I have ever done that before. That's kind of a weird feeling. Goodbye to the cube.
Good day.
Oh, I picked it up again. No, I didn't. Alright, I'm gonna run to the bathroom, be right back. Decide where I should farm for the final 30 minutes in the meantime. Oh, I'm muted. Thank you, Jester. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate. Peace armor, told ya, LMAO. Well, I hate to tell my viewers they are correct, but peace armor has indeed been great. Valkyrie, level 15 Valkyrie, super strong. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. One in one stream, one of my chatters suggested dropping my cube for space, and that was a real lifesaver as it allowed me to stash 4 more mana potions. Well, more like 4 flawless gems I'm never gonna use. Good day, Mr. Zarfen. Haven't joined your torturous challenges since July. Was it the same challenge back then? I know it wasn't, but it feels like it. Or actually, maybe it was. Actually, now that I think about it. Oh boy. I wanted to check if I still had the socketing quest. Because while in the bathroom, where you have all the greatest ideas, maybe I should socket my Wisdom's Guard. I mean, that block chance is pretty nice. And I mean, respec, get rid of the energy, go for max block. Something to think about.
At your service.
Never doubt me again. Well, actually, did I say that it wasn't gonna be good though? Wasn't it that I didn't have the spell room? Well, I don't remember. But it's been good anyway. Einstein did all his best work in the bathroom. I believe it. I'm not gonna identify any more grand charms. Alright, so let's think about this. If I can't go to the cows, what is another place with great density that can drop base items and runes? Preferably Nightmare. We could go to Hell.
Afternoon.
We could go to Hell, but I'm a bit afraid. Act 3. Lower Kurast. Player jungle. Yeah, the problem is that I don't want to go... Like, if I go to Nightmare, I want to do either a Terror Zone or something in Act 5, I think. Because otherwise, I think... I'm not sure... Can you, like... If you go to the Flayer jungle, can you really... What kind of runes can you find in the Nightmare Flayer jungle? Or do you mean the Hell Flayer jungle, actually? Maybe you mean Hell Flayer jungle. Sorry for jumping so much back and forth, and you can't tell where I am at. But now I am in Hell again. I should make another YouTube channel and just post nothing but Lower Kurast. Well, I've made a couple of videos where I farm Lower Kurast, and I mean, they've done pretty well, so people like to see it. But I think you can spend a lot of time grinding for not a lot of content, right? Hell in-game or IRL? Valid question. Right now, I'm unsure myself. Bloodmore. Oh, actually, wasn't the Bloodmore terrorized? Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should go to Nightmare Bloodmore. Let's find a hut in this game. Because I don't hate that, because that should be quite easy, even for this weak character. Now I feel bad. It's like I'm teasing Kumadrin. I go and do one Lower Kurast run in Hell, and then I leave again over and over. I almost feel bad. But only almost. What's the plan right now? Well, the plan is to attempt Diablo, but I realized that I only have like half an hour left before I need to go. I need to end a little bit earlier today. And judging by how slow the Mephisto fight was, I don't think I have time to get to Diablo through the Seal Guardians and then give him an attempt in half an hour or 40 minutes. So now I'm just trying to prep a little more, but I did make it to the center of the Chaos Sanctuary, so we know it's possible in Hell Act 4. Alright, so here's the super... Ooh, mesh armor. That's elite, right? 200 and... No, it's not, but still 210 defense. A bit of a movement speed penalty, but for the Merc, it doesn't matter. Why are the Sakarumites attacking? Good question. Why are they attacking me all of a sudden when they were too scared of me before? Maybe they got reports from from the Chaos Sanctuary about my real power level, and then they weren't afraid anymore. Mesh is even, yeah. But actually, if I go to, but in the, so in the Den of Evil, there's only one elite. Regardless, it's always only Corpse Fire. But the Bloodmore can have a bunch of elite packs, though, right?
Yes?
Maybe the density isn't that good. Another Shale Rune that I probably don't need, but can't resist. Oh, I didn't kill all of the council. Yeah, maybe that's why. But why did they run from me at some point? But yeah, that's true. I killed exactly one council member to get the what's it called? The flail. And then I ran like a coward. Maybe I'm thinking of hell. Because right now it doesn't really seem like there are a lot of enemies, let alone elites. But I'm not gonna lie, it feels pretty good to kill enemies. Like, not kill them fast, not be super powerful, but just kill them at all. Alright, here's one elite pack. Oh, two actually. A champion pack and a unique. I'm trying to confuse, you know, casual viewers as much as possible, because I go between calling them champion, uniques, and elites. Ooh, 2k gold pile. Don't mind if I do. Right now I'm looking for 3 socketed helms or runes. And I mean regifs, I guess, but I have a decent amount. I heard that Zarfen once killed Diablo with a pen. If I keep at this, maybe in when I'm gone in 100 years, people will tell Chuck Norris style tales of my runs. The man who once killed Mephisto with 5,000 arrows. Well, from a safe distance, I guess, so it's more of a coward thing than a cool guy thing. I mean, the Bloodmore seems... Terror zones are great, but I actually... There were only like... There were just 2 packs, right? Okay, here's the 3rd one. The density is pretty bad. Worse than I remember. I say that like I haven't been in the Bloodmore in a year. Like, this is not as good as I recall. When I used to go to the Bloodmore back in my day. Ooh, Thalrune. Let's go. The man who goes crazy for any drop. Hey DKer, I'm doing well. I'm doing great. Having a good time streaming, but the character is not doing so hot. Yeah, that's true. Not only do I not really have the goal to gamble, but if I gamble, I would have to get a set or a unique, which is so unlike... Oh. They're saying he's the luckiest rejuve horker of all time. 4 rejuves from a small pack. Speaking of getting overly excited for anything remotely useful, I guess. But that was pretty cool. 4 rejuves. My idea was to just rush Corpse Fire for the elite kill, but then I found 4 rejuves, so then I decided I wanted to hork some more. War Sword, that's normal, right? Yeah, that's bad. I am technically allowed to gamble because gambling is its own rule on the wheel. Because like trading is... Like when you trade at a vendor, you can pick between trading or gambling, right? So that's basically my justification for it. Wow, actually, you know what? Maybe it's not a terrible idea to just go kill trash in the Den of Evil. Not because the experience or because, you know, I can find that much stuff. But I mean, I am finding pretty decent amount of bases. So if I'm looking for a 3-socketed helm, I mean, I would prefer that a higher density area was terrorized. But at least, I mean, I do have the chance to find a 3-socket exceptional helm and stuff. Well, in that case, I might just go to Act 5 again. I'm not really sure what the point I'm trying to make is. I'm not even sure if there is a point to be made. Density is bad for you, remember? Then what did I say now that to prompt that comment? Yeah, I mean, the Den of Evil is not great either, but I mean, it is a terror zone, is the point I'm making, I guess. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, that's true. I should be able to find, like, 3-socketed... I mean, 3-socketed crowns should be able to drop from the Flayer jungle. You're completely right. Let's just see what a black club looks like. It's Thal Io Nephrite. 120 ED, 200 attack rating, 40% crushing blow, knockback. I actually don't hate the knockback. Simply because I could use the crowd control. But yeah, 70 to 127 damage. Maybe I'm like walking into a trap, caring about the damage at all. Like, it would require me to respec, but I don't need this much energy. It's nice to have, don't get me wrong, but I'm not really relying on Warcry to deal damage. I guess I am right now, when we're back in Nightmare. It's all on Crushing Blow. Yeah, I'm thinking that I might need to, you know, take off that final bit of HP, right? But yeah, that might... I'm actually seeing 70 to 126. I think I made a mistake. But it's also not like I had another 3-socketed club anyway. Though I guess buying a flail from normal wouldn't have been that difficult. Well, maybe I can find a heavy body armor and use it to buff up my defense, and then I can say that that's the reason. Ooh, well, now we're finding everything. Alright, I shouldn't have used the TP, but... Alright, 20 FCR. 13 to mana. I mean, it's something. 65 FCR, nice. +4 to Skeleton Mastery. Yeah, lots of text on this one. Did it have the lower resist on as a staff mod? I didn't even look at it. That's pretty cool. I mean, not that it would have been a great wand anyway, because it didn't have Bone Spear and Bone Spirit. At this point you should go back to the double spirit plan. Imagine how cool it would be if you could carry 2 shields in this game. I thought that as a young teenager, and I think it now. It would be so cool if you could dual wield shields, actually. Crying so fast now, yeah. Alright, well, I am killing monsters very quickly here, so good idea. Sometimes, but only sometimes, I think I should maybe listen to my live chat more. And sometimes I think I listen to you guys too much. Depends on what you're saying, I guess. Let's find a big juicy... horde. What do you say? Like a pile of enemies? Group, I guess. We are expert backseat gamers and always right in retrospect. I think pack was the word I was looking for, yeah. A pack of monsters. Ooh. Free healing, yes please. Are we still cooked, chat? Well, I am hopeful. It's just I don't think I have time to give Diablo an attempt, and a few more items could certainly help. Though I guess the fact that I made black in such a heavy weapon means that I kind of need to respec before we go back to hell.
I can't carry
Right?
anymore.
Well, we don't need to, but it would behoove me.
I can't carry.
Am I actually? Did I like go back to players 1 by accident? I didn't. I'm not used to feeling so strong, even if this is Nightmare
I
Act 3.
can't carry anymore.
No way, we got it! Alright, great call on going back to this place. Man, this is awesome. I've been talking about this several times during this challenge, like ever since we hired Wolfgar. Head Striker. Alright. Now we're going places. Of course, we can't upgrade it, and it's not ethereal, but I mean still. And it's just gonna scale. Well, actually, it doesn't, since, man, alright. I got super excited. And it does have 115% deadly strike, so it's guaranteed to always deal double damage, right? But I don't think it's better than Hustle. And against bosses, we probably want strength, but...
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
A similar damage, but... And of course, this helps with Fanaticism or Burst of Speed, so he strikes the heads quicker. Your Merc will love it. Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, I could even use the Head Striker. Though I guess I am all in on, what do you say? Not utility, but like Crushing Blow and Open Wounds. I was thinking before that I might as well fill up my inventory with mana potions instead of having empty slots, but now I kind of regret doing that. Alright, very nice. It kind of feels like, in a weird way, it feels like most of the progression have come in like the last 20 minutes of the stream. I'm gonna waste another of the portals to upgrade a diamond, just in case that was wasteful. I'm never gonna use them. A bunch of gems. I just want to look at it again. It's so funny that we've been talking about Head Striker several times and then finally it drops, right? And here's our 3-socketed bone helm. Oh, and a 3-socketed crown. The crown got there. Alright, to be honest, I think luck has been on our side.
Good day
So
to you, partner.
I mean, whoever said that we should go to the Flare Jungle is probably, you know, the game is kind of overdoing it with showing that the Flare Jungle is a good place. I think it was a good call, but it feels like it looks better than it gets, right? Bonehelm can only get to. Are you sure? Oh, right, my bad. Bonehelm is the normal version. I'm pretty sure that... Oh, actually, maybe it's always the case. Everyone told you. Ah. Fine. Thank you so much, Sirfun, for the Prime sub. 2 months. Thank you, I appreciate it. Maybe we can find Goblin toe for Wolfgar. That would be something. But this is great, because now I can make a Bulwark for myself, or I can make Temper for Diablo specifically. The Act 3 / Lower Kurast lobby is proven right once again. Oh, don't you try, Comadrin, don't try to steal the Flayer Jungle lobby's thunder, or to like, how do you say, take a free ride on Flayer Jungle. I'm just kidding with you. Actually, maybe I should be doing more find item instead of find potion now. If we're looking for like socketables and stuff.
I can't carry
If this is 3 sockets, I'm gonna be a little bit sad, because I should probably have made my black in this one instead then. Right, it wasn't. And now we have the waypoint. Should probably do another inventory emptying run. Man, so many charms. Shake my head. I mean, right now it looks, and with it I mean Head Striker, of course, it looks pretty good. I mean, when you don't really need a crushing blow, if you kill enemies in like 2 hits anyway. More charms, Grand Charm. This time I'm not gonna look. And actually, I'm not sure if you can find skillers in the Flare Jungle. I know you can find skillers in Nightmare Lower Kurast, but maybe not already. Ooh, Maul. How much magic find do I have? Nothing, right? Well, I guess sometimes you're just lucky. Right, Zarfen, you can figure this out. %40 crushing blow, a bit low ED. Yeah, it's worse in every way compared to black, right? But still, that's neat. Well, I actually, it's not worse in every way, because I made my black in a too heavy weapon. I mean, at the time, I thought it was a good idea. Your first time seeing the face of the Goblin. Hello. Zarfen never says hi to me anymore, crying. Hi, Dogbox. You'll have to forgive me for not keeping up with the chat. I would blame the challenge that it's overwhelming me, but I guess I'm easily overwhelmed in general. Finally, so caught your content online. Been checking out all your challenges. It's fun watching. Thanks for the content. Oh, thank you. Glad you like it. I appreciate the kind words.
I can't carry anymore.
Actually, I have an idea. What if we just never go back to hell? What if we just stay in Nightmare forever? Because it feels so good to actually kill anything. Night Smoke. A little bit of all res, but other than that, I don't think there's much useful on it, right? Yeah. Like String of Ears, but worse. Well, it's fun to find a bunch of uniques again. Ooh, cow. No. Stupid cow level. Well, at least now I caught myself before I said that we should go to the cow level.
I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
Oh, that means that it's 3. Well, I don't need to go exactly at 3. I could probably kill a few more flayers in the jungle.
I am overburdened.
Right, I have time for a little bit more farming, right? Yeah, exactly. The best rules have definitely been the drop items. I mean, I have lost some cool uniques that way, but it's definitely less punishing than, how do you say, eternal rules. Now I'm gonna end up completely starved for mana potion later because I keep throwing them away to make space. Realistically, I could get rid of a bunch of items, but better not. All right, what if, sorry, what if I, for the final act, since we only have one act, like, still to enter, or how to phrase that correctly, we can no longer ban both rune words and uniques, right? Even if, I mean, we can't roll both at the same time. So maybe I should actually save the Bone Snap, just in case I ban rune word, so I have some source of crushing blow. Right, find item. Right, so a little bit of progress today, but I definitely feel a lot more prepared for the Chaos Sanctuary and Diablo
I need mana.
on Friday than when we started today's stream.
I need mana. I need mana.
I'm just gonna loot them all first and then look at the loot. Ooh, portal scrolls. Oh, now we have two full tomes. One in the cube, one on us, with full tomes of portal scrolls. So I definitely think we have the resources we need to take down Diablo, as long as we can actually stay alive. Didn't Streamer Man say that he had to leave at 3? Yes, but I mean... Surely I can make up for... If I stay for another 10 minutes, I can probably make those 10 minutes back by doing what I need to do afterwards a little faster, right? Right? The Flare Jungle, how do you say, bamboozled me by giving me some good drops. So now I'm like, now I don't want to end the stream. But you are right, I did say I was leaving at 3. More unique loot. Turns out that like 1 out of every 20 items spawns as a unique as well in the Flare Jungle, and I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Now, of course, a unique battle axe is actually not pretty good. Is actually not very good, but it's still a unique item. And with a Travencal run. Alright, deal. Just because I'm in a good mood after getting some useful stuff from the Flare Jungle. Right, let's clean up the elite pack that spawns from the Gid bin and then we'll move on. Actually, if you never complete the quest, you can just run the Gid bin boss over and over. Probably not very useful, especially since one of the item drops is taken up by the Gid bin, I guess. I remember you saying how you will not roll the no minimap, so it's fine. I did it, yeah. I have a gentle smile remembering that. There's been a few self-jinxes. Yeah, no magic items means no small charms as well. I farmed the Gid bin 100 times, yeah. I mean, if you could somehow repeat it to always get a rare ring from Ormus, that could be pretty cool. Like if you could get the reward every time, like quest bug it somehow. So you could get 100 crappy rings from Ormus. Acting like yeah, exactly. Wait, can someone remind me, how do I get to Diablo? I just keep running around in Nightmare. Hey Nightborg, how's it going? It's going alright. Oh, it's going pretty well. I'm actually feeling more and more confident that we're gonna be able to take on Diablo. Of course, I'm probably getting false, how do you say? False self-confidence because we are currently in Nightmare. Which is unsurprisingly easy. But we found some... I did say that I was looking for a couple of things, like a Thal rune and a 3-socketed helm, and I did end up finding those. So that feels pretty good. But we'll see. I guess we'll see on Friday when we'll attempt Diablo. For real. But yeah, I mean, you can say compare the players to the council members, and my how do you say? My morale gets slightly reduced again. Morale. Oh, I heard a rune. Shale rune, I'll take a shale rune. Not that I necessarily need one. I think we have all the shales we need, but who knows? Alright, so what did we gain? We gained... now I went back to hell. I guess you can really not tell where I am because I selected difficulty with hotkeys, but now we're back in hell. So we have 2 full tomes of TP scrolls, which are basically rejuves for the Diablo fight. I guess actually against Diablo it might be really dangerous to use TPs because he might trap me in the cage when I go to town. I guess we'll deal with that when it comes up. Oh, I should have respec in Nightmare before going to hell if we want to use the black club. But we do have black now. Attacks very fast, crushing blow, and I mean some amount of damage, and a little bit of an attack rating boost. We made white, so now we have kind of a caster switch again. And we found another 3-socketed helm, and actually I was gonna make temper with this to absorb Diablo's fire damage. But then I started thinking, like, maybe I actually want to make another bulwark, so both me and Wolfgar can use bulwark. Make another piece armor. Well, I do have 1 empty armor, but I'm not sure if 2 piece armors is gonna be that useful. So I guess what we still have left to do is respec so I can wear black and make temper or bulwark. Maybe I can try Diablo as I am right now and then see how it feels like. Because bulwark is so nice. Up to 15 physical damage reduction. You know, combine that with my belt and I might have 30. Or I guess 29 is the max because my belt is 14. But like 30% physical damage reduction and a little bit of block, that could go a long way against the Ancients. Actually, that might be really good against the Ancients. Oh, and then of course we did end up finding the head striker for Wolfgar, which is so funny because I talked about it several times and then it finally dropped. It's not as good as Hustle though, probably. I mean, guaranteed chance to deal double damage makes it look more even than it is, I guess, but the combo is really good. And then of course I have strength for crushing blow when needed. Yeah, I think it looks pretty alright. Either I will have an epiphany between now and Friday on what to make in the helm, or we'll try Diablo as we are, and then we can make changes later. What would really be good for this character is finding some better gloves, and any ring and any amulet. Because like, since I can't make rune words in gloves or jewelry, I am really, you know, lacking in those gear slots. I guess this has 10 attack speed, which is not useless, but it is something. The ring, you mean like any ring? Yeah, any ring at all. Well, we do have a great ring in this, but yeah. Test the waters, please. Oh, actually, I had to go already at 3, so now I'm already... I need to leave a little early today. So I really need to have gone already. But I probably do not want the caster switch when pushing into the Chaos Sanctuary. Probably going back to Ancient's Pledge and Strength for the Vitality. Do Gidbin quest to use the ring. Oh, I can't use the rares, unfortunately. I just realized that I can probably put this on and then get enough strength just to test it out. Oh, so 95 strength. That's my strength with the boost from strength. Alright, never mind. That was a weird sentence to say, but I thought I could use the 20 strength boost to get to... Ah, never mind, you'll get what I mean. Now I'm just yapping, so I guess it's time to end. Alright, thanks for hanging out today, guys. It turned out to a pretty successful grind stream in the end. It started out a bit shaky, but it turned out fine. Have a great week, and I'll be back with this challenge on Friday. And then we'll push on into the River of Flame and Chaos Sanctuary. For sure. Maybe with a respec right away, maybe we test it first without a respec. We have a bunch of rejuves now. We started the stream with 0, so that's progress. Alright, have a good one, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you next time.